We have all the routine things happening, preoccupied with the normal days, even today also. So we will just start in a couple of minutes. And we request everyone, all the participants, and no participant should leave without having their voice presented and without having their voice heard. So we request everyone to share their name, designation. If you are a homemaker, then you can just mention as a homemaker. Or if you are affiliated with some institution, organization, you can mention that you are affiliated. As a student, you mention student. If you are a research scholar, you can mention research scholar. Or if you are a faculty or administrative staff, non-teaching staff, whatever it is, whatever designation, it doesn't matter. But just mention for the sake of, mentioning. We are not judging anyone on any criteria. Just mention whatever it is and provide complete details, full details, because whatever you are sharing in the chat box, that will be verified with your registration, and the same will be coming on the certificates. So type it exactly, your name, and if you are going to talk, if you want a presentation title also on your certificates, mention presentation title. So we may not be repeating these instructions again and again. So all those who are present are requested to kindly, carefully listen and note the instructions. We'll be calling you one by one till last the present. We'll give opportunity for everyone. Don't be in a hurry. Kindly, let's all together collaborate, cooperate with each other, and let's everyone's voices be heard on this platform. So share your details. First, if you have any topic title, first type your title in single message. Don't flood the message box. And to avoid this kind of inconvenience, we have limited the messages only to the hosts and co-hosts. So others will not be disturbed. So whenever you are sending message, so don't worry that other messages you are not able to see. So we are getting all the messages. So as per the message queue, we'll be calling one by one. It's all on first come, first serve basis. So utilize this opportunity, share your topic. First is topic, whatever topic you want to talk on. And then your name, complete name as you required on the certificate, and your designation and organization. If you want department, you can mention department, organization, your place where you are joining. You mention city, state, country. And finally, you mention your email ID and contact. So maintain this uniform format so that once today, after all the presentations are concluded, by end of the day, or at least by tomorrow morning, we will upload all the certificates. Now, this entire process depends on how well we are going to cooperate and collaborate with each other and share the data. First, ensure that you are registering. We'll be sharing your registration form in chat box. If you have not registered, first fill up that. That is there in the Google form. So we'll not be able to dynamically see that. So your attendance and your availability, you are sharing it in the chat box. You share all these details. That will also help us to call you and also make a note that you have contributed your voice on this day. So properly, let's all record and register on this platform ourselves, and based on the messages received from you, responses received from you, we'll be calling one by one. Don't think that you are not being called. Maybe there are already messages who have been sent by others. So wait for your turn. Don't leave the platform until you complete. Ensure that all details are there in one single message, because everyone will be sending messages, so it will be very difficult for us. So if you have missed something, you copy entire message and edit it and send it. If you are not able to edit it, make a new message and send it. But don't flood the message. Let's all collaborate and cooperate with each other for the smooth function. So with these instructions, hope everything is clear. So we are going to officially start with a brief introduction on this day. And then we will, once we give a call, then you all can start one by one. So in the meanwhile, we request everyone to keep sharing these details. And if your friends are also joining, inform them also. And let's utilize this day. So this is your day, your opportunity. It is our day, our opportunity. So we request whoever is there in the platform to share your details. We'll be calling you one by one after introduction. Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to International Women's Day celebrations organized by Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Art, Sciences and Well-being. Today, we have gathered here for the celebrations and also as part of the world's largest commemorations and celebrations, and commemorating and celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 77 years of independence, and also United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030, and also Viksit Bharat at 2047. And today and tomorrow, we are commemorating International Women's Day 2025. As part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Arts and Sciences and Wellbeing, and in collaboration with all our collaborators, we welcome you all to this wonderful evening for the wonderful voices to be heard and presented. So before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
So with the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's sessions. Before we invite all our members for their voices, first, let's take a look about why this day is celebrated. Today, we are celebrating International Women's Day on 8th March every year. It's not a new one, it's almost a century old. International Women's Day. With the theme, we have two themes as we are commemorating International Women's Day, which is being promoted primarily by two organizations. One is from United Nations. So the theme for International Women's Day by United Nations is for all women and girls, rights, equality, and empowerment. So on March 8, 2025, let's all join us to celebrate International Women's Day under the theme for all women and girls, rights, equality, and empowerment. So this year, themes calls for action that can unlock equal rights, power, and opportunities for all and a feminist future where no one is left behind. Central to this vision is empowering the next generation youth, particularly young women and adolescent girls, as catalysts for lasting change. Besides, this year, 2015, is pivotal moment as it marks the 30th anniversary of Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action. So this document is the most progressive and widely endorsed blueprint for women's and girls' rights worldwide and transfer the women's rights agenda in terms of legal protection, access to services, youth engagement, and change in social norms, stereotypes, and ideas struck in the past. So engage media, corporate leaders, governments, community leaders, civil society and youth, and others with influence to take action in your communities. Ask leaders to take action and invest in promoting women's rights and gender equality. Share International Women's Day stories and messages on digital platforms. And be part of celebrations online and offline, like you have joined our celebrations online on this platform. So today, We are also commemorating Beijing Declaration, 30 years of guiding the path towards gender equality. So, a visionary blueprint for achieving gender equality and women's and girls' rights everywhere since its implementation, we have witnessed a transformed women's rights agenda, explore various aspects, perspectives, and changes before and after its adoption. So, when we look at the background of this day, of the history of Women's Day, the fact that the Women's Day is celebrated on March 8th is strongly linked to the women's movement during the Russian Revolution, 1970. New Zealand was the first self-governing nation to allow women to vote. And in the first known campaign of its kind, the Egyptian Society of Physicians went against tradition by declaring the negative effects of female genital mutilation, which was in 1920. So International Women's Day is celebrated in many countries around the world. It is a day when women are recognized for their achievements without regard to divisions, whether national, ethnic, linguistic, cultural, economic, or political. Since those early years, International Women's Day has assumed a new global dimension for women in developed and developing countries alike. The growing international women's movement, which has been strengthened by 4 global United Nations Women's Conferences, has helped make the commemoration a rallying point to build support for the women's rights and participation in the political and economic arenas. Officially recognized by the United Nations in 1977, International Women's Day first emerged from the activities of labor movements at the turn of 20th century in the North America and across Europe. So, a journey of history of women's rights and the UN contributions from 1848 to the present year, 2025, is a worth looking at. For centuries, women has fought for equal rights, opportunities, and freedom. From the suffragists to digital activists, each generation has pushed boundaries, shattered barriers, and refused to step back. Behind every policy change and legal victory, there have been fearless feminists organizing, protesting, and demanding action. The world today is more equal for women and girls than ever before. But progress is still too slow, too fragile, and too uneven. Every 10 minutes, a woman is murdered by someone in her own family. Women's representation in the labor force has remained unchanged for decades. These are international statistics. Some places are safer, some places are a little bit troublesome. But this is a global, because this is an international level we are celebrating. So this is an overall picture, an average picture. But this may not be completely true to some places where there is no similar statistics. So we cannot generalize this to every place and exaggerate this. So the world today is contributing to the women empowerment and development. And women and girls contribute the least to climate change and yet suffer worse consequences. And at this pace, a girl born will be 40 years old before women hold as many seats in parliament as men. So this was in the past. We are coming from past to present. In 1995, world leaders committed to gender equality with the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action, a ground-breaking plan, and set bold goals for women's rights 2 decades later. The Sustainable Development Goals reinforce that commitment with the alarming 2030 deadline, and we are 5 years ahead. So we cannot afford any setbacks. We cannot wait another 30 years to fulfill the pledge for equality. And 2025 is our turning point. Starting age, International Women's Day. We must forward all women and girls. That's why today we have given, in fact, we have created a platform for everyone to join and utilize this opportunity. Why it is not happening? Because we are not taking initiative. We are not utilizing the opportunities. We are preoccupied with our own daily things. We are not made part of celebrations. And whenever we are invited to be part, we are not being part of this celebration. Not everything, not every event, not every opportunity give you some materialistic things. Every opportunity comes with an understanding of inclusion, whether you are part of that or not, whether you are included or not, is the broader perspective that we need to think. Whether you are getting certificate, whether you are being awarded, whether you are being honored, that is not the thing. Not only today, but every day, any opportunity comes in, we have to utilize the opportunity to contribute to ourselves and to the society in whatever way it can. We cannot keep judging each opportunity, how much I am going to get, how much I am going to give. This is where we lose opportunities. In fact, we have seen many people, they do not take opportunities because they keep judging each and every opportunity in terms of different parameters, either in monetary, either in kind of the honors, or either in kind of awards. They lose opportunities. Of course, there are plenty of opportunities, but still we keep hearing. I keep almost every day, I keep hearing whenever I talk to someone. At least they say, wish I could have an opportunity. But there are ample of opportunities. Why we are not going ahead? They say, I am not competent, or maybe I am not the right person, or maybe this is not the right time, this is not the right context. So no one is preventing you to take the opportunity. It's you yourself. You are preventing yourself from the opportunity. It doesn't mean grabbing other opportunities. Again, because being a counselor, being a health professional, being a social worker, I know we keep discussing, we are having daily dialogue with many people, online and offline. We see, people think that utilizing opportunities is grabbing others' opportunity. No, that is the wrong thing you are doing. Then that in that way, you are not at all contributing. You are, you are ruining someone other's opportunity. You are ruining some other's life from the benefits of that opportunity. So though we are all running a rat race in this modern life, but still we can be more human by sharing opportunities. Maybe not every platform will give you, but whatever platform is giving you opportunity, come forward, spend your time. Most of the time, we waste our resources. It may be time, money, anything, because we are not organized. We don't understand actually how our life is, how things are going. We take it granted, or we keep judging. Everyone is unique. Everyone is unique in this world. Everyone has a unique way of doing things. We cannot judge. See, I am doing, so you should also do this way. They are doing, so you should also do it this way. We keep judging. Every opportunity comes with its own instructions. Every life, every person has got his own timeline. So you cannot, though we have a standard timelines, but it may not be equally appropriate or exactly the timeline may suit them. So we need to understand, because we ourselves many times don't follow them properly. So that is where we fail. And we fail not just because we do not have a proper understanding. We fail others also by encouraging them or demotivating them to utilize the opportunities. So we have seen, why this climate change today, why there are a lot of issues. We are creating issues, we are creating problems, but we are not interested in solutions. So much of negativity everywhere because we are so mean, so selfish that we started grabbing the opportunities. We are not utilizing the opportunities. We are grabbing opportunities. We are grabbing resources from the nature. We are grabbing resources from the environment. We are exploiting. In other words, we are exploiting them. Exploitation is not at all the right way of doing things. That's where we fail. We fail, and others also fail because of us. Because of them, they fail, and because of them also, we also fail. So total failure of the system, total failure of the entire human being species as such is contributed because we don't have a sustainable approach towards our development and development of the planet. That is where the problem lies. So no need to blame anyone, and no need to blame yourselves also. When you are able to reach out opportunities, and don't keep judging every opportunity. Today we see why, because many people, they don't come up. This is a day, and every day there is an opportunity. And we should not always keep judging how much I am going to get back. Nature is giving a lot to you. Is nature expecting? Every second you are alive because you are getting oxygen. So what in return you are going to give nature? How much you are going to pay for the oxygen nature has endowed you? Can you really pay? The richest person of the world cannot compensate for the oxygen he has taken from the nature, from the water he has taken from the nature, from the air, from the soil. Even if you wish, the richest person of the world also wishes, he cannot compensate. He cannot pay back. That is a fact we need to understand. We are so much indebted to the nature and environment, but to the same environment, same nature, we are exploiting. We are discriminating. We are damaging. We are destroying. That is where today we are seeing every day, this is summer about to come. And even in February itself, the temperatures has touched the highest degrees ever recorded in this century or earlier centuries. Why all these things are happening? They are full of problems. But at the same time, there are full of opportunities, full of solutions. Now, our role, are we part of problem creation or are we part of solution? We have to decide whether we are going to be part of the problem or we are going to be part of the solution. Definitely, we are part of the problem. Either you choose or someone has put you, because the system where we are living has put you, all of us, in that as part of problem. Because problem we have created, maybe some created problem, but everyone has to pay. Like climate change, only few have created the problem of climate change, but entire world is paying for that. That means everyone has become part of the problem, though they have not contributed significantly to that problem. So sometimes we suffer. Sometimes we have to pay, not because we have done something wrong, because we are part of this system. because of someone who is exploiting, because of very few people who are exploiting, controlling everything. Because of that, entire major population has to pay back. So we have done blunders in the name of development. And we have forgot the sustainability. And today, whatever we have taken earlier for a short-term benefits has proven a long-term disasters for us. Today, we are realizing that short-term benefits are always, in the long run, they are long-term disasters. So we have to think in a long term and also short term, but not exploiting the existing resources to the extent that it is unreplaceable. So today, why we are talking about this is opportunities. Even we are seeing people who are having opportunities are getting more opportunities, and people who are not getting opportunities are left with no opportunities or very fewer opportunities. Richest is becoming richer, poorer is becoming poorer. Why this divide is happening? Because of our mindsets, because of our judging discrimination attitudes. So no one needs to be blamed. If anyone has to be blamed, it is ourselves. And you also don't blame yourself because that is your decision. So change the decision. Now it's time for everyone to change the decision and utilize the opportunity. Don't grab, don't exploit the opportunities. Properly utilize the opportunity. There is a difference between utilizing and exploiting the opportunities. Understand the difference between utilizing and exploiting. Exploiting, where you destroy the opportunity and you destroy opportunities for others at your own cost, for your own benefits. Utilizing is something for a common benefit. You benefit at the same time, others also get benefit. So utilize this opportunity in a right way, because every opportunity will provide multiple opportunities ahead in future. If you don't utilize properly an opportunity, what will happen? It will close the doors for future opportunities. Because as we keep judging, we have a very bad habit of judging everything, everyone. But it varies from person to person. So let's not keep judging. Let's be open-minded, broad-minded, take opportunities, whatever comes. If something doesn't happen as expected, don't be back of it. Leave it. Try to see what best you can do it for that. And try to spend your time and resources. Don't expect someone will come and do it for you. No. Because everyone is busy in their own lives. Everyone is busy in their own priorities, day-to-day things. So don't expect that someone else will do. Complete your duty, complete your task. You take the place of them and you think as they are thinking and complete your duty. You don't leave anything which you have to do to others. Then when you yourself are not doing, don't expect others to do for you. That is where we fail. Because we take it for granted. We think that people will do because they have come up. So they have asked us, or they have requested us, or they have demanded us. So they will do. Never. Because opportunity, it is your decision to take the opportunity. Utilize the opportunity. Now it is your decision to ensure that you are utilizing it properly. Otherwise, there is no point because you are not going to get the complete benefit of it. Benefit, again, I am telling, benefit to contribute to the society. That should be in mind, not certificate, not money, not award, not reward, and all those. That will come. Definitely one day or other it will come. And if you are more organized, cooperative, collaborative in each event, each opportunity you are going to get for each opportunity. Where we fail is we take it for granted and we expect other people to do. That's where we fail. Though we are part of the opportunity, but because we are not organized, we are not committed, dedicated, we are not systematic, we, though part of the opportunity, we don't get the minimum benefits because we are not organized, we don't cooperate, we don't collaborate, we want our own mindset. That is where we all fail. So let's take this opportunity and take this day as an opportunity so that we all become successful, more competent, grabbing, not grabbing, in fact, utilizing more opportunities so that everyone utilizing more opportunities and also providing more opportunities. Definitely, I can say, because having this platform since years, and we have been organizing almost every day, we are inviting people to be part. So I can see, and also this platform is entirely free. And this is an international platform where stalwarts have come, are coming and presenting. And it's a very well recognized platform, known for its own discipline, known for its own rules and regulations. It's not that you can easily, having a hidden agenda. We don't run the activities here. So this platform is transparent, open for everyone. Only thing is you have to be organized. You have to follow the instructions. Forget everything. Forget all the platforms. Now you are here. These are the rules and regulations. These are the guidelines. You utilize the opportunity. You utilize various opportunities like presentation, participation, collaboration, volunteering. Every day you get an opportunity. Numbers are never priority to us. Even one person comes, our platform will continue. Even if there are 1,000 members, 10,000 members also, we continue. Same quality is maintained. There is, today we have 100 members, or today we have 10,000 members, or today we have one member. So we'll not judge and present according to the number, because numbers are not our priority. Sharing information. There is a popular saying our elders keep saying, even if we can make a difference in one person's life, that is more than important. What more we do? Our life has a purpose. So similarly, when we come with that kind of mindset, that is where you achieve that personal satisfaction that you have contributed is worth more than crores, billions of crores, when they will not have that kind of satisfaction. So take it in a positive way and don't expect too much from anything. The main reason, the main cause of depression or disappointment is expectation, too much expectations. So let's all minimize our expectation and don't be too much. If you get something, fine. If you don't get something, also fine. But you got an opportunity to contribute. That should be a priority. Then other things will automatically follow. When you rightfully take, go through how the opportunity can be utilized accordingly. What are the formalities? What are the rules, regulations, guidelines? You follow them properly. Read it once or 10 times also till you understand. Follow them. It is applicable for everything, education, employment, or even your own business. So follow them and that will bring you the success. And rest, everything will follow. Money will follow, awards will follow, honors will follow. But if you are not organized, if I am not organized, it's not so easy. I'm sitting here organizing from years together, and people who come, they know every day almost every day, we conduct session. It's not easy. But how that is possible? Only because of the commitment we take with the grace of Lord that we are able to do it. And not a single paisa is taken from anyone, from the participants or from the government or from the private sector. We don't ask any donation, we don't ask any sponsorships, and even collaborations are free. You know how much you need to pay for collaboration. Hope many of you know, even to organize an event, to be a partner for this event, how much you have to contribute. At least if you don't contribute financially, you need to contribute in terms of promotion, in terms of getting, participants, presenters to the event, and a lot of things. But we even kept that open, everyone. So whatever way, little way you can contribute, you can come and contribute. But again, how many are able to utilize that? That is where, we fail. Because we always look at in terms of monetary terms. We want to spend 1 paisa and we need to get 1 crore benefit. That's where we fail. That is not at all. It can happen. I'm not saying it is not the case, but it will not happen in every case. That's a just matter of luck. Sometimes you invest 1 paisa, you may get 1 crore, but that doesn't happen daily. That is what the point is. So quickly, we have today and tomorrow, no need to worry. Everyone will get an opportunity. Even those who have not registered till now, you can inform everyone. Till the last participant, we will give you opportunity. No need to be in a hurry. Everyone will get an opportunity. So you can inform others also. Today, tomorrow also, we have this opportunity. Utilize everyone and be organized. Share your details properly so that you will get your certificates properly. If you don't provide proper data, then don't expect that automatically things will. Everyone is busy, like you are busy. I'm also busy, others are also busy. Everyone is preoccupied, but that's what I am telling. Success comes with cooperation and collaboration. It's not that one man army or one woman army that happens. It's a collaborative effort always. Like this platform is running since then without even taking a 1 paisa donation sponsorship anyone, because that is a kind of collaboration and cooperation we have. And that is a kind of commitment and dedication we have for this platform. We are not expecting anything, but whoever is coming on, we are ensuring that provided they are utilizing the opportunity properly, they are being rewarded, they are being awarded, they are being appreciated. But again, that depends on whoever is coming onto the platform, whether they are exploiting the platform, whether they are able to utilize the platform. It's again their decision. So we'll quickly take the timeline and then invite you all for your voices. Opportunities are everywhere, but whether we are ready for the opportunity or not, it's our decision. So started in 1848, the women movements, the movement to claim women's rights took off. All the Seneca Falls Convention in New York, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, and Lucretia Mott demand civil, social, and political rights for women, and it's a gender equality milestone when they declare, we hold these truths to the self-evident that all men and women are created equal. In 1851 March, Sojourner, Truth Demands Inclusion, a formerly enslaved woman delivers her powerful speech. And woman, she goes down in the history of testifying firsthand to how women may experience gender discrimination differently. And in 1851, in 1893, women in New Zealand trigger a global quest to vote. New Zealand becomes the first country to grant the right to vote. It inspires a global suffrage movement advancing women's rights and paving the way for more just democratic societies for everyone. See how much struggle to get a right to vote, but how many of us are going to vote on election day? It's not easy that it, it didn't come so easily, right to vote. It is not a birthright, right? It took so many years, so many struggle across the world, and not everywhere at the same time voting rights have been given to the citizens, and also to males, females, and to elites, non-elites, to the rich, poor, or to literates and illiterates. There are different, and to one religion, one sect. So everywhere we have different stories, different struggles. And today we don't even go to vote also. This is based on the voting statistics every year we see across the world. We don't take responsibility of our freedom. Today we talk about, I don't have freedom, no one is allowing me, but are you utilizing your vote, right to vote? That is very important. You need to go, vote, select, be the part of democratic process. You are not doing your duty, you are talking about rights. Always we think that rights are first. No, duties are first. Rights and duties go hand in hand. We cannot keep talking on rights and without doing our duties. We have to do our duty, then we can ask for the rights. Of course, rights are priority, but at the same time, duties comes as an obligation for the rights. It's a moral obligation. It may not be legal obligation, but it's a moral obligation and ethical obligation on our part. In 1911, a million people marked the first International Day on March 8th across Europe. Over 1 million people marked the first International Women's Day by protesting for women's suffrage and labor rights. See how much struggle. Today, we are not at all even accepting, acknowledging, and we are not even celebrating also. We are not taking part also. We are not organizing, leave it. At least you can be part of it. At least we can remember that freedom, the rights which we got, it was not so easy. So today is a day to remember. In 1929, Nigerian women riot for tax relief. Thousands of Igbo women rise up against colonial rule by singing, dancing, banging on their walls, even tearing down roofs. Their actions force authorities and end unfair market taxes. In 1945, Irish laundresses work hard and strike hard, tired of unhealthy working conditions, low wages, and limited leaves. Around 1,500 unionized laundresses go on strike. Commercial laundries get hit, and strike ends in the victory for all Irish workers who gain a statutory second week of annual holidays. In 1945, the United Nations is born with a demand for equality. During the founding of the United Nations after the World War II, women delegates push to enshrine gender equality in the founding charter, which recognizes the equal rights of men and women. At the inaugural session of the UN General Assembly, Eleanor Roosevelt famously read an open letter to the women of the world, urging increased involvement of women in national and international affairs. In 1946 March, the UN Commission on the Status of Women is born, one of the first steps of new United Nations is to form the Commission on the Status of Women, the first global intergovernmental body entirely dedicated to gender equality. It still shapes women's rights policies today. In 1948, a first in human history, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The declaration famously states the fundamental rights belonging to everyone, including all women and girls. It marks the beginning of the activism calling upon duty bearers for upholding agreed human rights standards, ending all forms of discrimination. The unforgettable butterflies of the Dominican Republic, three sisters, Minerva, Maria Teresa, and Patria Mirabal, also known as Las Mariposas, the butterflies, led an underground resistance against dictatorship of Prophet Trujillo. Their assassination prompts public outcry, and the dictatorship falls within a year. In 1970, women united the first World Conference on Women held in Mexico. The conference is a galvanizing moment, linking women's movements from around the world and ramping up global discourse on women's rights. 1970 also marks the first International Women's Year and the first UN decade for women. So 1972, unpaid care work gets political. Feminists launched the International Wages for Housework campaign, pushing for recognition of women's unpaid care work. Activists argue that women's domestic and care work should be rewarded like any other job with a paid salary. In 1975, in Ireland, women take a day off when 90% of the women refuse to work, cook, or care for children for a day. The country comes to a halt. Major reforms ensure, including paid parental leave and increased women political participation. In 1979, CEDAW becomes the Women's Bill of Rights, pushed by the increasing global women's movement. The United Nations General Assembly established the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. Countries that ratify it, 189 countries had ratified it so far, are legally bound to end discrimination against women in public and private life, including thorough domestic laws. 1981, a global cry to end violence against women, honoring the Mirabal sisters, activists from Latin America and the Caribbean, declared 25th November a day to call for ending violence against women. In 1999, the United Nations formally designates it as the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. In 1991, 16 days of grassroots activism to end gender-based violence goes global. What starts as a grassroots initiative in 1991 is now one of the most widespread campaigns. Launched by the first Women's Global Leadership Institute, 16 days is observed every year in every corner of the world from 25th to November to 10th December. In 1994, the Cairo Program of Action, Our Bodies, Our Choices, feminist activists successfully pressed for governments to agree to end coercive population targets, such as sterilization and restrictive birth quotas at the International Conference on Population and Development. Its historic recognition of sexual and reproductive health and reproductive rights remains a touchstone today. In 1995, the Beijing Platform for Action maps a plan for gender equality, the fourth World Conferences on Women Protection and the most ambitious blueprint ever to achieve the equal rights of all women and girls, outlining 12 critical areas for action. In 2000, first UN Security Council resolution on women, peace and security. For the first time in Resolution 1325, the United Nations formally recognizes the war impacts women differently. It calls for women's meaningful participation and leadership in peace and security efforts. In 2003, a mass action for peace ends Liberia's civil war. Liberian women refused to endure another moment of a 14-year civil war. They used sex strikes and sit-ins to press for successful peace talks. Not only does the war end, but Liberia elects Africa's first woman head of the state, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. In 2010, UN Women becomes a global champion for gender equality. UN Women's creation for 4 separate UN bodies give the United Nations a strong, unified voice for all women and girls. UN Women advances international standards, coordination with the entire United Nations system on gender equality and takes action, transforming the lives of women and girls everywhere. 2013, Malala Yousafzai wakes up the world after surviving a brutal attack in Pakistan. Schoolgirl and education activist Malala Yousafzai marks her 16th birthday by bringing her passion for education for all to her first public appearance in the United Nations. 2015, gender equality is placed at the heart of the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. World leaders agree on a plan for global progress through 2030. The 17 Sustainable Development Goals, the fifth goal is to achieve gender equality, which also underpins the success of all others from the economy to food security, health, climate action, peace, and more. In 2017, Me Too breaks the silence on violence. Women around the world take on social media and then to the courts to expose patterns of abuse across industries, sectors, and demand accountability. Numerous mass upsprings protest the gang rape of a student in India, femicides across Latin America, and the kidnapping of almost 280 schoolgirls in Nigeria, and among others. In 2022, equal pay for equal play, the US national soccer team finally secures pay parity after a long legal battle, adding a series of moves to rectify pay disparities in sports globally. Until today, they remain one of the few expectations out of 100 highest paid athletes in the world. In 2020, none are women. In 2023, AI enters the mainstream, so do calls to correct biases. Excitement about the potential of AI is overshadowed by its gender biases. AI experts and human rights leaders begin urging greater awareness and action to counter bias so that technologies benefit all and do not perpetuate gender discrimination and violence. In 2024, shame must switch sides when Dominic Pellicot from France is convicted of drugging and raping his wife over 9 years. So Gisli Pellicot makes history by refusing anonymity. It's not bravery. She says it will and determination changes society. It is will and determination to change society. Her boldness sparks a global call to shift the shame from survivors to perpetrators. So the journey which we have seen from 1848 till 2025 is not a journey which can be easily forgettable. So today, when we are talking about Women's Day celebrations, no, everyone has to feel pride that we are part of this long journey of more than 100 years struggle. So let's all be part of this celebrations today and tomorrow. And let's all be contributing to this wonderful campaign. So as I said, there is one more organization that is actively campaigning, International Women's Day, and the campaign theme is Accelerate Action. Collectively, we can accelerate action for gender equality. Step up in solidarity for the International Women's Day on March 8 to help accelerate action. At the current rates of progress, it will take until 2158, which is roughly 5 generations from now, to reach full gender parity, according to data from the World Economic Forum. Focusing on the need to accelerate action, emphasizes the importance of taking swift and decisive steps to achieve gender equality. It calls for the increased momentum and urgency in addressing the systematic barriers and biases that women face both in personal and professional spheres. Today, let's accelerate action for gender equality together. One of the best ways to forge gender equality is to understand what works and to do more of this faster. Accelerate Action is a worldwide call to acknowledge strategies, resources, and activity that positively impact women's advancement and to support and elevate their implementation. Significant barriers to gender equality remain, yet, with the right action and support, positive progress can be made for women everywhere. And one of the biggest ways to help accelerate action for gender equality is support the supporters. With so many impactful groups across the world delivering critical work that assists women and girls, we can lend our support in solidarity by participation and contributions. That's why for 2025, International Women's Day sees a big call of action for all International Women's Day events to incorporate an element of women force contributions from grassroots groups to large-scale bodies. Philanthropic entities are working tirelessly to support and advance women and girls. So let's step forward in solidarity and commit to helping these groups accelerate action for International Women's Day 2025 and beyond. As individuals, we all can take steps in our lives to positively impact women's advancement. We can call out stereotypes, challenge discrimination, question bias, celebrate women's success, and so much more. Additionally, sharing our knowledge and encouragement with others is key. Impactful organizations and groups across the world deliver an array of effective strategies, resources, and activities that help accelerate action in many areas, including forging women's economic empowerment, recruiting, retaining, and developing diverse talent, supporting women and girls into leadership, decision-making, business, and STEM, designing and building infrastructure meeting the needs of women and girls, helping women and girls make informed decisions about health, involving women and girls in sustainable agriculture and food security, providing women and girls with access to quality education and training, elevating women and girls' participation and achievement in sport, promoting creative and artistic talent of women and girls, addressing further areas supporting the advancement of women and girls. Everyone, everywhere can accelerate action. So let's all utilize this opportunity as International Women's Day remains an important opportunity for elevating and amplifying the focus on gender equality. So with this, we shall conclude our introduction to the day and celebrations and commemorations by the organizers, and we open this platform for the presenters and participants and for the young girls and women along with men to be part of this international celebrations for the 2 days. So now we request everyone attending this platform to have your voice heard, share your details, because that is where documentation part comes properly, so that we can invite you for your voice and contribution. So now we are calling as per the details shared in chat box. If you have not shared proper details after your presentation, after your voice, please share your details. That is very much important to get your certificate or to get your appreciation or award. Without that, we'll also be helpless. So empower yourself and also empower us by sharing your details properly and also by registering. So today, let's start the wonderful session. So the first message today we received from Parameshwari Jagari. Assistant Professor in Zoology, GDC. We welcome you, ma'am, for this international celebrations. You can unmute yourself and you can have your voice and message on this wonderful day, and you can talk about your contributions. She is also coordinator for Women Empowerment Cell. So this is the details provided by her. Also include your contact details, email and phone numbers, so that we have all things at place. So before we give you access as co-host, we request everyone, there is a registration form poll you all are filling that will be open till the end. So don't close that form. You will see end poll option once you have given rights. So don't close that poll. Don't end that poll. You can minimize that. If you have already closed, you'll see immediately once you become. When you close that, we cannot open it. So you are the person who is going to deprive the rest of others, and you are the person, by closing them, by ending them, you will be exploiting, and you will become the person to be blamed for others not to utilize opportunity. Now, this is where I am talking about collaboration and cooperation. Now, we will see whether you will be a person to be blamed or whether you will be a person to be appreciated. So that's why I keep telling, whenever we are given opportunities, we should be responsible, accountable, and we should only do what we have to do and ignore all the distractions. So once you will get an option, but don't end that. And don't navigate away from your screens. Suddenly you see something, by clicking on that, you will be ending up doing something else, because we need to have proper knowledge on the gadgets as well and the usage. So let's go with Parameshwari Jagri, madam. So I'm giving you co-host permissions so that you can switch on your video and audio and minimize the polls. Don't close the polls. This is for everyone, not just for her. Yeah, now you can unmute your audio and video, ma'am. So others, you can keep sharing. We'll call you, and be prepared, be ready.
So good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Thank you so much for giving this
Happy
opportunity.
International Day, Women's
Thank
Day.
you, sir. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity to be part of our celebrations. We had Women's Day celebrations at our college yesterday. So on this platform, I just want to share few things that when the women get a chance to prove ourselves, definitely she should be encouraged. So that encouragement should be done from behalf of men world, I think. So always a quote is there that behind a independent woman, a broad-minded father is there. So in the same way, hope you all encourage the woman to fly and have her wings so that she can fly freedom with freedom. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. As I have already said, opportunities are everywhere. How we are going to utilize the opportunity. And definitely, we can't expect everyone to be in a positive note, but wherever there is an opportunity, definitely, as you said, everyone needs to be so broad-minded, open-minded, and provide opportunities and take opportunities. So we wish you, happy International Women's Day, and also appreciate your efforts and initiative to be part of this celebrations. Thank you. So we will call the next participant or presenter, CA Nishu Jain. You can raise your hand so that we can easily identify. CA Nishu Jain. We don't have any further details. So that's why when we introduce you, it will be easy if you share all details. Are you there? You can see your name. Just a second. If you are not able to, unmute yourself, you can let us know. And be prepared, everyone, so that we can save some time and we can provide even opportunities for
Hi,
others.
yeah, I wasn't able to unmute, but now I'm able to. Thanks.
You can switch on your video also.
Yeah. Yeah, there's my. I think my video is visible now.
Yeah, fine. And
Okay.
happy International Women's Day.
Happy Women's Day. Yeah, I would like to start off by wishing all the women here a very happy Women's Day and special thanks to Dr. Ravindra and Sri Research Institute and Center for Arts, Science and Well-being for arranging this session today. So I'll start with a brief intro of myself and few motivational messages and stories. So I'm Nishu Jain. I'm a chartered accountant and BCom honors by qualification, and I cleared my CA in the first attempt and all India 75th rank I got in P2, one of the stages of CA. And I have worked in brands like IBM, Barclays, HCL, EXL, Genpact, and HCL. I topped my college in Delhi University and was a gold medalist there in my school of DPS Noida. I recently received the Young Woman Achiever Award by an institute for my accomplishments at a young age. I'm also a registered member of PETA. So, PETA is the People for Ethical Treatment of Animals. So, here I have raised my voice against the cruelty of animals and spread awareness on social media on the same. And I have in my work experience across various finance roles focused on financial planning analysis, digital transformation, and transition projects. I'm a frequent attendee of conferences and seminars also, and online platforms where I meet with business leaders. And I'm invited in numerous events to express my thoughts and views on finance transformation and women related topics. So, the reason I inspire other women is so that they can also achieve their dreams and be a leader in their respective fields. Because feminism is not about making women stronger. Women are already strong. It's about changing the way the world perceives that strength. So, my message to all of you is to just keep shining and rising. Be yourself, create your own path of success, and be the voice of your own success. Embrace your own strengths, talents, potential, and that is what sets you apart. When you believe in yourself, you become the voice of your own journey and you set the stage for your achievement. You drive your aspirations and create a pathway for success. You set your own goals. So define what success looks to you and not based on other standards. Don't let the perception of others control the narrative of your life. Take charge, be bold, and carve your own path. Don't be afraid to take risks and step outside the norm. Forge your own path and create your own legacy. In this context, there's an example of Oprah Winfrey. So we all know the Oprah Winfrey show. She's a famous speaker in talk shows. So the initial company where she worked, she had been fired. Why? Because she worked in a news channel where she was told that she's too emotional and she cannot in news it's you should not be emotional. So what she realized is that she's a very good speaker and she has the strength of being emotional also. So she utilized that strength and she made her own talk show where she talks with people also, understands their emotions, and speaks accordingly. So that's what made her one of the world famous leaders. So that's what a perfect example of how you can utilize your own strength. And another example is that women, for women that there is like an example of Thomas Edison. So women play an important role as mothers also in bringing up their children. So they motivate them. So there was a person, Thomas Edison, who invented the light bulb. So he initially in his school he was told that he's not a good student, so he cannot he should not continue his studies. That was told to his mother. But then his mother wanted to motivate him, and instead she didn't tell him that the school is saying that it's not that he cannot do well. Instead, she told him that you are a genius and the school is too small for your son, and it doesn't have a good enough teachers to train. So then this is the way that the mother you motivated her son to do well, and that's why the son always had the confidence. So in the same way, my mother also has motivated me always to do CA and believe that I can be a good chartered accountant. And she has supported me in my whole career, and she has the most important part in my whole life and own career journey. So we all as women play an important role in developing the future generations of the world. And another thing is that mindset, aptitude, talent, skill, determination, and passion are determining factors for success and not gender. As leaders, women have a lot of empathy, which makes them great leaders. We also need to take time for self-care. We need to recharge ourselves, because when we recharge, then only we can work do well for others. So please keep that also in mind. Always remember to recharge yourself. Whenever you want to help others, make sure you have own time for yourself. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Thank you, Nishil, for your wonderful words. See, that is where, we were talking, men should support, but men are raised by women.
Yes, exactly.
So where the initiative has to come from? Women. We should raise boys and men in such a way that, they are always empowering women. So that means we have failed in our duty to raise men and, boys and men in such a way that we couldn't inculcate that kind of, that kind of attitude or that kind of mindset that women are a privilege in the society, and
Yes.
women needs to be respected and women needs to be honored. So don't see, generally what happens in the society, we think men are more powerful or more, a kind of more capable, but that's not true. In fact, women are more capable than men. That's why, while traditionally also man was not given opportunity to handle families. Why? Because they are not at all capable. They will mess up with the families. That's why women have been playing a greater role, because they are more capable, they are more multitasking, they are more matured. That's why they can handle the entire family, no matter the size of the family, dealing with different personalities. Every person is a different personality, different priorities, and different age groups, different backgrounds, different experiences. Still, women were very much successful, bringing up families and teaching them. The first thing starts from nurturing them, providing proper health and nutrition. The second thing, socialization, how to behave within the family, outside the family, and providing proper value education, employment, and then making them to form a family so that they can also lead, contribute to themselves and their societies. So all begins the major task. Today we have failed, to raise boys and men in a proper way. So when we accept that, it is not blaming anyone. It is responsibility of both men and women. We have to accept that we have failed because women has a primary responsibility bestowed with womanhood or motherhood that man is lacking. So by nature itself, it is endowed that woman is gifted with womanhood, motherhood. No? So from birth itself, we need to end discrimination. Now, who is discriminating? Starting from mother, starting from father, starting from family, we ourselves are discriminating. She is a girl, he is a boy. That discrimination should end with us now. There should be no difference between a girl or a boy. Both has to be treated equally, and both have to be encouraged equally in all tasks, including household chores also. Because everyone should be competent in every task. So the prime goal is to be able to manage independently, at the same time collaborate with both the genders. So that is what is lacking. And earlier, the traditional systems or joint family systems or the kind of value education that has been imparted was lacking now today, because both are working, both are, away because of this industrialized, globalized economies. They are away from family members. That means lack of social support within the families, where when required, we don't have people to support us who are really concerned about us. So the message you conveyed is very much apt for this. So let's all, collaborate. What I'm saying is, irrespective of genders, we need to collaborate and cooperate with each other. Then only a mutual sustainable development empowerment can happen. So let's all together collaborate and cooperate for our mutual success, mutual development. Thank you, Nishu Jain, once again for being part
Thank
of
you so
this.
much. Thank you for this platform. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So we will move on to next presenter. And don't forget to share details in the chat box. That is very much required for preparing your certificates. So next is Mary Florence Frida. You can raise your hand, or if you are unable to unmute or share your video. Yeah, Mary, you can unmute yourself. Start your audio and video.
Sir, I'm unable to on video, sir, today.
Okay, ma'am, you continue. But always ensure that you are, showing yourselves also to everyone. Yeah, it's okay, ma'am. Continue. If there is some technical.
Good evening to one and all. Happy Women's Day to everybody. I wish everyone happy Women's Day. Being a woman is a privilege, and take every opportunity which comes on your way, and give your best in everything. That's the message I want to give for this Women's Day, sir. Thank you very much for the opportunity, and I thank Dr. Ravindra Sir and Sri Holistic Health Foundation for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Mary. For being part of these celebrations, and we wish you happy Women's Day to you as well. So next, keep sharing those who have not shared your details in chat box. We'll invite you one by one. And don't be in a hurry, because we are taking the order of messages. Dakshayani, Mrs. Dakshayani, primary teacher at Sri Chaitanya Techno School. Are you there? Can't see you. Okay. Santhia is. Are you there? Okay. Those who are not able to respond, because we are able to see the list also. We are trying to find out in the list. If you are joined with some other name, so ensure that you are raising your hand. Okay. The next, Dr. Jashwini Narayan, academic from Fiji. Okay, Pacific Island in South Pacific. Okay. Yeah, now you can unmute yourself just and start your video.
Greetings from
And we wish
Fiji,
you
sir.
happy International Women's Day.
Thank you. Am I loud and clear enough?
Yeah.
Thank you. It's actually early in the morning in my home country, so that's why I'm speaking softly. But greetings from Fiji, everyone, and a very happy and blessed Women's Day. I'm Dr. Jashwini Narayan from Fiji. Fiji is a small, developing Pacific island country in the South Pacific, and I am a senior lecturer at a regional university, which is the University of the South Pacific. It is only one of the two regional universities in the world, and I thank Dr. Ravindra and his team for giving us this opportunity. As an academic, I am able to encourage and instill confidence in women in very small economies, and in this way, we are able to shape up their young minds. I happily report that in the past few years, the percentage of female graduates in our university had been higher than males. Yet there are areas such as the leadership positions, at the leadership positions, and at parliamentary levels, where women representative is still representation, is still low in the Pacific Islands. As a female Pacific Islander, what I have noticed is we have made a lot of progress in terms of being aware of our rights as women. Organizations also have policies in place that promote gender equality in terms of recruitment, in terms of promotion, and workplace safety. In education at my university, which is the University of the South Pacific, I'd like to give an institutional example of what we are doing to take our work further in terms of gender equality. We have just recently implemented a new and first of its kind policy of awarding a few selected academics with funding, female academics only, with funding and 6 months off to do their research work. This stemmed from what university realized during the call for promotions. They noticed that very few females applied for promotion, and the key reason was they were lagging behind in research work. And this initiative will now continue every year. I agree with Dr. Ravindra that we should rise above just looking at problems and seize opportunities every time there is one. Sometimes we as women can be our own enemies when we doubt our capability and when we limit ourselves and do not voice out. There are opportunities available, but we need to be ready. And yes, we will always be concerned about our families and what is happening back home, at home. But if we are well organized, we can seize opportunities and do better in every field. Sometimes I've noticed that it is not really only the men, but some women who are not keen in supporting other women. So I think we shouldn't always blame men, but we should try to look at the struggles that had been there in the past. And if we compare with the struggles that women did face in the past few years, as Dr. Ravindra mentioned in the history of in his introduction regarding our progress towards getting women rights and all that. It's important for us to understand that we have made a lot of progress and that there are some loopholes here and there, and we can always improve. So this is my short message, and once again, I thank Dr. Ravindra and his team for this opportunity. And I was really excited for this, even when it is really early in the morning. So thank you so much for the speech time too, sir. And once again, a very happy and blessed Women's Day to everyone. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. All the way in the early morning, you have joined from Fiji Island, and we are happy that you are part of this. And we could also learn about the prevailing conditions and the kind of contribution you are doing there in the Fiji Island. So, and we wish you and whatever kind of support we need from our platform, we are always there to support you academically and in whatever way we can come up. And as this is an international platform and collaboration is open for everyone, so you can also see the opportunities for collaboration in whatever way we can come together and work together, so that whatever the kind of contribution you are doing in empowering girls and women in the Thailand, we'll also get an opportunity to contribute and be part of that wonderful women empowerment and development. We pray for your success, and by next year we should see much more contribution from your side to the community, and hope God bless you with more opportunities for you in the women empowerment and development. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
We see wonderful voices from across the world. We appreciate. And we'll next move on to next. Christina, are you there? Christina Keegan. She is from Africa, social worker. And she is a trauma and healing facilitator. You can unmute yourself, start your video. And certified trainer from United Nations Office for Drugs and Crime, specifically on training care providers on assessment, drawing on treatment plans, and so on. Yeah, welcome, Christina.
Thank you very much,
International Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day to all the women in the world. And thank you, the men, for being supportive and recognizing the little efforts we make daily. Thank you very much. It's a privilege to be here, and I'm really glad to celebrate and commemorate this day internationally from my country, Nigeria. Thank you very much. As Dr. Ravindra had introduced, I wouldn't want to spend much time. I just want to congratulate women for being resilient, for standing up for themselves and the family. I listened keenly to one of our presenters who acknowledged the role of mothers in the lives of their children in efforts to motivate their children to becoming the best version of themselves. She referred to Thomas Edison, who eventually became that genius that the mom made him believe to be, and also not giving up on her child and believing what the school told him or believed about her child. And we have stories of different mothers who have impacted their children positively and made them become greater people in their generations. And I'd like to say a bit about the day, which Dr. Ravindra had spoken at length in the opening. I would like to focus on why gender equality can't wait. The current gender gaps we see in the world is women still earn less than the men, but that is not a disadvantage on the part of the women. It should be a thing of motivation, or a thing that will rather spur them than to discourage them. And I remember in Dr. Ravindra's opening, in our contributions today should be positive. And I am thankful to hear that, because most times when we talk about gender differences, it is easy to focus on the negative. It is easy to focus on those things that is of disadvantage to the female, to the women gender, than the things that are positive and empowering to them. So thank you very much, Dr. Ravindra, for creating this platform to share and celebrate our day as women. And I want to say a big congratulations to women all over the world, and to say that we are special people, and we should continue to see ourselves as that. Not seeing equality in the perspective of dragging positions with the men and being rude and trying to be where our creator has not placed us, but we should rather see ourselves as those strong support systems to the men folks, and then strive to be better and fill up those gaps that we are meant to fill. Thank you very much. Once again, happy International Women's Day to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Christina, all the way joining from Nigeria, Africa, to be part of the International Women's Day celebrations. And we wish you more opportunities in the country. And with your message, we could also learn about Nigeria and the efforts, kind of contributions you are doing there. And we pray that God provide you more opportunities to you to contribute more in the women development and sustainable development. We are always there as an international platform, whatever kind of collaboration looking forward, we are there to support. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ravindra. Thank you.
Now we'll move on to next presenter. See how we are able to see the wonderful voices and how women are contributing across the world. And next we have is Pradeep. Pradeep, he's an animal activist, animal welfare activist. So he'll be talking on role of women in environment and conservation and animal welfare. So we welcome you, Pradeep, for your brief talk. And those who haven't shared their details, please share so that we can invite you. Yeah, please go ahead. Happy International Day, Women's Day to you as well.
Thank you, Ravindra sir. Thanks a lot for providing such a wonderful platform, and also creating a safe space for women and also hearing their voices. So it actually, I hear from the previous speakers also, they have mentioned the diversified knowledge from diverse backgrounds. It's so happy to hear them. And first of all, I wish you all, everyone, a happy International Women's Day. So today I'll be talking about the role of women in environment and animal welfare conservation. So naturally, women play a vital role in environment conservation. So if you see about any local communities or any tribal village, they have the traditional knowledge of herbs, so how to conserve it and what are the conservation practices we had. And so even we were not aware of it. So such knowledge and such diversified the things they have known from these communities. Look, they're so wonderful that they naturally they were grown with the nature, and they know about the innate essence of the conservation of the environment and also wildlife. So the same way, if we can say an example, In Rajasthan, there is a community called Bishoni. So they actually conserve the wildlife, and also the tree plantation. They especially they plant trees, and there was also one part of India where every girl child was born, they plant a tree. So like the girl is growing, the tree is also growing. So in that way, uh, they are also part of promoting the afforestation mechanisms, and promoting the greenery as well. And if you talk about a Chipko movement in history, we have mostly in 1970s it was there. So a group of women who actually fought against the deforestation, and also they prevented the derailing of the trees in the forest. So many such significance are there. And if we talk about sustainability and agriculture mechanisms, community driven initiatives have been many of the since from our ages, women are been involved and conservation and sustainability in production of the food. And nowadays the technology has been improved, and the lives have made simpler, and the more and more women have been coming forward for the environment conservation. We've seen about Greta Thunberg, where she talks about the environment conservation, and we have Jane Godwell, where she talks about the where she was about where she was speaking about the chimps conservation, and many other such Nobel laureates. In India, also we have many of the notable. If you talk about Rukmini Devi Adiyar, she was a classical dancer, and she was the person who introduced a private me bill in the parliament. So the act right now we are seeing the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960. It was a bill amended by her as a bill in the parliament, and she was the person who spearheaded the Animal Welfare Board of India till the 1962. So, and she also was the person who fought against the like promoting the Bharatanatyam, the traditional classical dance. So there are many such Nobel laureates who actually promote environment and also animal welfare. Still, more and more women need to come forward to be promoting the environment and also animal welfare, so that they can be become more sustainable, because more voices need to be heard. At the same time, if you talk about advocacy point of view, many of the policy making amendments has been taking place, and we have seen many of the acts amendment. So there is a lot of scope either in the environment conservation, or either in the field of animal welfare. You can be There are many roles there where women can play a part. And also similarly, if we can take a part of green technologies, many of the green technologies, like if you talk about solar and also wind energy. So many of the part women can also become a part of it. Solar engineers, I have seen one lady in an advert, in an ad, where she talks about that I was a solar engineer, where she teaches her child about the importance of solar energy, how we can reduce the we can reduce the electricity bills, and how we can naturally build the electricity point. And so these way, when right from the childhood, she nurtures her child. And similarly, there is a lot of scope in ecotourism, where women can also, because many of the knowledge, traditional knowledge, or any of the particular place, much of the familiarity with the women communities only. So there is a lot of scope, and there is also a lot of play where women can play a part, and meaningful contributions can be done either in the policy amendment or advocacy, and also very other sustainable practices. And even on the food sustainability also, we are talking about organic farming now. So if you look about many 90s, around 1970s, I think so, it was in the state of Maharashtra, where couple of women had started to implement the natural way of farming. So there is a lot of scope in food sustainability too. So every woman can play a part of it, and also we as a man, so we are always there to support you. And because there is a saying that behind every man there is a woman. At the same time, behind every woman's success there is also a man. So with that, I just ending my things, and thanks a lot, Ravindra sir, for every time arranging such a wonderful platform and hearing from a lot of speakers. It actually ignites a lot of knowledge, and we can develop and share our experiences one another, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Pradeep, for your wonderful, in the session, the thought-provoking examples also given by all the speakers, including you. It is opportunities are everywhere. There are a lot of opportunities, but the kind of initiative we have to take, the kind of involvement we have to make, irrespective of all odds of our life, is what makes us successful. So we have seen, you have quoted a lot of examples. They are all common people, but they have taken a decision to be part of, to initiate. That's where today we are talking of them. So somewhere we have to start and look for the opportunities, and not every opportunity will come in the way you expect, or in the way I expect, or in the way someone accepts. It may not be in the form also, but every opportunity is an opportunity for learning. Every opportunity is an opportunity for contribution. So no matter how big or small, but we should utilize every opportunity to contribute to ourselves and also to the society. Wonderful talk from you. Wish you all the success, and hope we all together, irrespective of men or women, because both are equally important. And if I have to say who are more important, definitely women are more important. Women are more capable than men, practically also. That has been proved since time and again, from ages. So women are more matured. So women has greater responsibility, I would say, to mold boys and men in a better way, that we should not again keep talking every Women's Day that men are like this, boys are like this. So we should put an end to that, and we should raise all the boys and men in such a way that from next Women's Day onwards, at least we try to reduce this, and we should be proud to say that, yes, I have raised a boy or a man in such a way that I am proud of it. And they are pro-women, they are women, they are pro-women development, they are pro-sustainable development, they are pro-women empowerment. That kind of pledge or that kind of initiative if you take, then definitely we will have a very good environment where we can prosper, we can thrive each other with cooperation and collaboration. A wonderful talk by all the speakers, and especially Pradeep. So thank you once again. We wish you happy International Women's Day, and having your voice and inspiring women. Thank you. So
Thank you,
next,
sir.
Sonakshi Gupta. If you are there, you can raise your hand. And ensure that you are registering yourself, because that is where we are taking the data for preparing certificates. And most probably, today itself, we will send you, we will upload the certificates in the link shared, or by tomorrow evening, because as of now, we are receiving still registrations and data, and people, you can even inform your friends, they can also join now, present. So to give opportunity for everyone, we all need to cooperate with each other so that more also get an opportunity. That is what I'm talking about, utilization rather than exploitation. Yeah, Sonakshi Gupta, you can unmute yourself. So she is from Jammu and Kashmir, from Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. She is talking on vision for 2047. You can unmute yourself, start your video.
Very good evening.
Good evening. Happy International Women's Day to you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Wish you the same. So, first of all, I want to greet everyone. A very happy International Women Day. So today we have gathered here to celebrate International Women Day, which acknowledges the achievement and contribution of each and every woman who is playing a very important and crucial role in different spheres, in different field in their life. So today I want to start with my article, which basically conveys a vision for 2047. This is an article which I have written by my own self, and it has been published in the newspaper of our J&K leading newspaper, that is Daily Excelsior. So you can view it on online as well. So I would start by greeting a slogan that it says, where the head is held with pride and the thoughts are followed by wise action, where the faces are glowing with a smile, such is the vision of India in 2047. So it says a lot of top notch sacrifices were made to obtain the long term driven freedom. It was on 15 August 1947 that our country, India, became free from the slavery of British rule. So people were seen celebrating the victory on the streets with the tricolor in their hands and raising the slogan of Bharat Mata Ki Jai Ho. After then, our first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, gave his well known India Triest with the dignity speech. So he started celebrating a glorious day which marks an event in the history of India. So since independence, India, a developing country, is striving hard to make itself Atmanirbhar in every field and not only rely on the imports. So जाति धर्म का भाव नहीं, विकसित अर्थव्यवस्था आदर होगा. 2047 में सुरक्षित और आत्मनिर्भर भारत का सपना साकार होगा. After 24 years, India will be celebrating 100 year of anniversary of independence, which will be leading Indians to think big and make themselves strong. Our country in 2047 will be what we will be creating today, which simply means from developing to developed. I to me and my to our is the key mission for 2047. सबके साथ सबका सार्थक हर प्रयास होगा. विश्व गुरु का किताब भारत के ही पास होगा. So this is my vision for 2047, which I think the role of women will be playing an important role in contributing our Indian vision imaginary towards our people who are doing their hard work, dedication, dreaming big to achieve the goal of 2047. So it should be energized with the vows and perseverance of freedom fighters who had always dreamt of making our India free from such goals. So, in conclusion, I would like to convey my strong message to all the people who are attending my presentation that this is a strong vision which will be possible only with the help of women and men who are doing their hard work, who are striving hard day and night for each and every bit of struggle, who are contributing to our nation, who are providing each and every thing to their boom of India, doing their level best to keep up mark. So I think this is the best platform. So thank you, sir. Thank you, Ravinder, sir, for giving me such a platform to deliver my presentation article and conveying my message to one and all present here. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations, Sonakshi Gupta ji, for your wonderful article. And yes, as you rightly mentioned, we all need to collaborate and cooperate and work towards the development. And we have seen with the globalization, we have new challenges, and in spite of challenges, we'll continue to grow, being more solution specific. And there is a vibrant future ahead in Vision Bharat and Viksit Bharat, because Bharat was Vishwa Guru, India was, Guru for the entire world. But due to certain things that has happened, we lost its status because of the invaders who has looted the nation in all terms. But we are not in a, we cannot keep blaming ourselves or others or someone else. And it's a time we regain ourselves, our glory, our heritage, our culture. And it is the high time that we take responsibility. Whatever happened is happened. We cannot do anything about it. But now, present is in our hands, future is in our hands. So the great initiatives of our bureaucrats and the rulers, present rulers, present, prime minister and all those things who are committed for the vision and Viksit Bharat, Vision 2047. Let's all contribute. See, blaming, we can keep blaming, but blaming someone or even ourselves also doesn't yield any benefit. So let's all take it in a positive note. What else we can do? As I have already mentioned in the introduction itself, no one is perfect. Now, our contribution should be in such a way that what best we can do. Now, definitely, when we say that nobody is perfect, then definitely there will be something that is lacking. So, our prime responsibility is not to criticize, but to appreciate first, and then also to provide what best we can do in the form of feedback or suggestions or changes. We can always send them so that they can implement it in the next, along with pros and cons. So that's why I was talking about duties. We always keep talking about rights, but what is our duty? Our duty to provide feedback. Our duty is to provide appreciation. And our duty is to provide positive criticism. It's not always negative criticism. Criticism can also be positive in the sense that it will promote further development. It will motivate for further initiatives. So criticism should also be productive and positive, so that a person should not feel that he has been criticized, but a person should feel that, yes, this will help me to grow up. So the language also plays a very important, the way we communicate. So that's why we need to be more proficient in the language we use the way we communicate, and it all comes with opportunities. The opportunity to express ourselves, the opportunity to keep open ourselves for the feedback, and the opportunity to have more opportunities for presentations or talks on platforms, either online or offline. We keep learning because experience comes from more opportunities, utilizing more opportunities. So thank you once again and for your wonderful article, and we wish you all the success for future endeavors.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So we'll move on to next speaker or presenter. Surabhi Kaur, Faculty, Department of Economics, Harbamba Chandra College, Kolkata. So you can raise your hand. You are joining with a different ID. Okay. And now you can unmute yourself, start your video. And ensure that you are sending your proper details and also fill the registration form, because in the chat box we see we don't have proper details, and that will again limit us and hinder us in sending you certificates. Yes, Surabhi Kaur. Can't see you, there is some black screen. And those who have not yet presented but are still on platform, share your details in the chat box and ensure that you are sharing your name, designation, organization, and place along with your email ID and phone number, that is mobile number, preferably WhatsApp number. And if you are making a presentation, also include presentation title. Yes, Surabhi Kaur, we can't hear you. Have you started? I think there is some technical issue from your end. If you get disconnected, before joining itself, you can rename yourself. Once joined, you cannot rename due to security reasons, because this is an international platform and the credentials for joining is same every day. So you need not look for joining link. Every day the joining link is same. You have set some restrictions or made some arrangements. We see that you are unmuted and your video is on, but we can't hear you. We can't see you. Okay, fine. You can fix it. And we'll move on to next presenter. Ghanshyam Vyas. Ghanshyam Vyas. Sorry if I am pronouncing names. incorrectly, or are you there? Or anyone who would like to share your experiences, you are welcome. The participants need not, those who are just, attending, you ensure that you are registering. Presenters who would like to share, we request everyone to share, talk. This is you. That's what we are talking about. Opportunities, utilizing every opportunity. Can share because this is a common topic. And women are also part of our personal life, families. We have a lot of things, learning, sharing. Okay, Srijita Baral, okay, you are not presenting. Rajiv Ranjan Ratna, you would like to make presentation? You can raise your hand, or if you would love to, you would like to talk? Okay, Srijita, you can share your details, ma. Srijita Baral, okay. Yeah, you can go ahead. I think by the time Surabhi fixes her detail, her technical issue. See, this is not a strict scientific this thing. Today we have relaxed. Other days it's different because scientific presentations are scientific, technical presentations are technical. But this is an open day with open, there is, except for the basic rules. Other thing is in terms of presentation, because this is more of hearing your voices and experiences. So focus on that. There is no need to prepare for that. Srijita. Yeah, now you can unmute yourself and you can start your video if you can.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hi. Actually, I'm
International
traveling, so it would be not possible for me to open the video. Not in a comfortable zone to open the video. So apologies
Okay,
for the
please
same.
continue.
So hi, I am Srijita. I work as a production manager in Jacobs Engineering Private Limited, and it's a like when I was listening everybody, I was not registered for presenting, but I felt like I should share my experience as well. And it's a privilege to be speaking today in the International Women's Day, it and reflecting my journey in the built environment industry. I was being nominated last year as a Young Achiever Award for RICS APAC, but there were very good women in our built environment now. So unfortunately, I was like it's a very good platform to get nominated for, and that too in South Asia. So that was a privilege for me. So the built environment shapes the way we live, work, and interact with the world around us. So it's a space where the creativity meets the functionality, and I am a person where I have spent around 8 years in this sector. I am basically a civil engineer, and then I have done my masters in the construction project management, and now I am working on the diverse project from Middle East development to UK based infrastructure. And my role is not just involving high quality project deliverables, but also driving innovations, integrating sustainability, and challenging conventional approach. So when one step into this kind of field, there are slowly many opportunities open up. There are certificates which one person can do, and being a female, I found it somewhat challenging when I initially started off, because I was the only female who was posted at the site, and it was 110 acres of Flipkart warehouse construction site. So at first it was not appreciated by many of the men over there who were project manager, but there are always a good people around you when you are working hard. So I got one person, he was a general manager, and he supported me through and through. And with his help and with his support, I have done in the. I became an accredited professional in Indian Green Building Council, and I am a regular kind of. I generally try to attend all of their session and be a part of the sustainability forum. So if anybody, like, I always try to connect with people over LinkedIn. So anybody want to get in touch with me, they're always open. I'm always open to make the connection. And in this International Women's Day, I wanted to just wanted to point out the rise of women in this built environment. We are actually witnessing a transformational shift. More women are entering the architecture, engineering, urban planning, and construction phase, bringing a fresh perspective and redefining the leadership. This change is not just about the gender equality, it's about creating a diverse team and foster innovation and drive better outcomes. So I want to focus on, unfortunately, I was not ready for this presentation, and I don't have a presentation at this point of time, but I wanted to draw your attention to some of the trends which I have marked out, that more women in leadership. Last, on Friday, this Friday, I was announced as one of the chapter lead for Gurgaon location for one of the chapter which calls about career network. So keeping me and many other women are there in our industry who are slowly becoming the face of the company, or the face of the chapters like this, like career network or the sustainability or the built environment. So this is like more women are now getting into the leadership. They are leading the major infrastructure urban development project, providing the expertise, and expertise knows no gender. And then there are focused women professionals are championing the designs that are environmentally conscious and socially inclusive. Now the way forward is, whilst progress we have made in, we are encouraging the young women to pursue the career in built environment through mentorship and exposure to the real world project. We are also advocating the equal opportunities, leadership, and decision making. And also the we are leveraging the technology, sustainability practices, fostering an inclusive workplace culture, and this where the diverse voices are heard and valued. So from this I will conclude, I will not take much of the time, and then conclude with the final thoughts that my journey in this industry has been a growth, learning, and impact. It is inspiring to see more women who are stepping into the roles that were once considered out of reach. The built environment, and not only built environment, I will say that even the armed forces, the women are no longer just participant. We are the decision makers, we are innovators. And to the all women professional, your presence matters, your contributions are invaluable, and let's continue to build and innovate and go ahead. And I would like to say everyone, not only women, also the men, that happy International Women's Day. And that's all for from my side, and thank you.
Thank you, Srijita, for your valuable contributions, and we wish you more success and more opportunities to contribute yourself and to the society, and more awards also in coming days.
Thank you so much.
So we are hearing so many voices, it's a great inspiration for all of us on this occasion, where there are no rules and regulations. except, following the basic guidelines. So this is a wonderful opportunity. And tomorrow also, we have this wonderful opportunity. So share to your friends, also make them part of the celebrations. And let's have a great, a grand celebration. Tomorrow, today we had a little bit of introduction, so it has consumed some time. But tomorrow, we'll be starting exactly at 6 o'clock, from 6 to 8 or till the last parts. So we'll give opportunity to everyone. Don't worry about how many we can accommodate. Even if it is night 12 also, we'll not worry. So don't worry that whether we'll be able to give an opportunity or not. We are there. And as this day is specially given opportunity for everyone, so we are also open. Till don't worry how many are listening to you or how many are present. You come forward and talk or share your. If you are not able to present, also no need to make a proper presentation, because this is not a scientific or technical session that is happening. It is our own voice, our own learning, our own understanding, our own experience of ourselves and the world about the opportunities. So we request everyone. Today, I think there are no more messages here. So I think Rajiv, would you like to talk? You can raise your hand. Anyone else who haven't shared their voice? Men or women doesn't matter. All are equally important for this women empowerment, not only women empowerment, for overall sustainable development. Whoever would like to talk, you can raise your hand. We can allow you, because we have come to an end so that we can close if none are there for presentations. Okay, then fine. So tomorrow also you can join, you can invite your friends. Now that there is an opportunity, share this opportunity, invite as many as you can, and let's make them part of the celebrations. And you also give opportunities. It's not always that we are taking opportunities. We also should create opportunities. Now you need not, set up entire platform or something like that. You can just share information and ask them to be part of that. That's in that way you are creating opportunity for them and you are empowering them. So yeah, Ghanshyam, yes. So in this way, we request everyone tomorrow to utilize this opportunity.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Vanakkam.
I just congratulate on the occasion of International Women's Day. I just want to narrate one poem written by me in Hindi. Will you allow me?
Yeah, please continue, sir. Happy International Women's Day.
Yes. There is a program, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. I have made it as Beti Bachao, Tejaswini Bachao. न मारो मुझे अभी जागने दो, मुझे जिंदगी बाकी है। ईश्वर ने जैसी जिंदगी तुम्हें दी है, मुझे भी वही दी है। तुम्हारे लिए खुदा की सौगात हूं मैं, प्रकृति का अनोखा उपहार हूं मैं। किसी पर्याय के पूर्ण करने का आगाज हूं मैं। जिस घर में जाऊं उस घर की बहार हूं मैं। अंधविश्वास से निकलो, पाओगे इंसान ही हूं मैं। माता पिता का सारा संसार हूं मैं अबला नहीं वीरांगना हूं मैं। जीवन की बगिया का बहार हूं मैं, इस धरती की देवी घर का चिराग हूं मैं, श्रद्धा और विश्वास का आधार हूं मैं, स्वच्छता की पुजारी जीवन की आशा हूं मैं, गंगा जमुना की तहजीब और साहित्य की बहती धारा हूं मैं, एक बार जैसे तुमने दुनिया देखी मुझे भी देख लेने दो, मैं अबला नहीं वीरांगना हूं मैं, तेजस्वी हूं मैं। धन्यवाद सर।
Thank you very much for your wonderful poem. And yeah, it has conveying a very good message, appropriate on this occasion. And we appreciate you for being part of the celebrations and having and motivating, encouraging women on this day along with men. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ravindra.
Thank you. So anyone else would like to share your message finally before concluding? You are welcome. And tomorrow you have opportunity. Don't worry, those who couldn't present today or those who have missed it. Tomorrow also you can utilize this opportunity and you can also participate. You can encourage others as well and share this message with everyone, whoever would like to be part. So a final call, who would like to share your voices, those who are present. There are none as of now, so we'll move on. We thank you all once again for being part of this International Women's Day celebrations. We started our session and celebrations today with brief introduction about International Women's Day and the themes for 2025, which is promoted by two organizations, the United Nations and IWD, who is promoting events. And we also looked briefly about the history of the struggles across the world for the women's rights, followed by wonderful souls have joined this platform today in the form of participants and also presenters who shared their voices, empowering women, sustainable development, and women empowerment. We had Parameshwari Jagri ji, assistant professor from zoology, Government Degree College, Hyderabad. Then followed by C.A. Nishu Jain, and then Mrs. Mary Florence Frida, and then Dr. Jaswini Narayan, an academician from Fiji, from Pacific Island in South Pacific, and Christina Kigan from Nigeria, and Pradeep and Sonakshi Gupta from Jammu Kashmir, and Srijita Baral. You have not mentioned place. Okay. And E.R. Gansham Das from Lucknow. And many more souls have been encouraging us being part of this. Though we tried to accommodate Surabhi Kaur, but due to technical issue, we couldn't take her. But don't get disappointed. Tomorrow also we have opportunity. Tomorrow, you all can join, whoever is possible. Yes, Surabhi, you would like to take again? Okay, fine, no problem. We'll give you permissions. You can go ahead. Right? Okay, Srijita from Delhi. Yeah. So all these wonderful souls, you can unmute yourself. Surabhi Kar Joy. Roy. Sorry. You can try now. You are unmuted. I mean, what it is shown in the Zoom. Unmuted and started your camera, but we can't see. Or hear. Anyone else able to see or hear her? You can respond in chat box. Okay. We can see your presentation, but still we are unable to hear you or see you. No need to worry, Ma. I think you can try tomorrow. No problem. Before joining itself, you check whether if you have another device in your family, you can just log into Zoom, and you can also, because that's a free thing, though we use a professional version because we accommodate a lot of participants and this thing. But free version of Zoom is also available where you can test it. You can see, you can just log into the devices, start a new meeting, and then you can verify whether your audio and video is working or not properly. And be ready tomorrow. We'll give you opportunity. No need to worry. Tomorrow also you can present. See, both certificates you will be getting. Those who have presented today and tomorrow, because it is for 2 days. So you have to wait till tomorrow because we'll be giving that you have participated in this, and that certificate will have both the dates. So you have to wait till tomorrow evening till session completes. At the end of the session, we'll distribute the certificates. So whoever have presented today and whoever is sending their details in advance, use the same registration form which you have filled, Google registration form. It is available on the website, or also again, I will be sharing you the details, and invite your friends also to be part. Tomorrow, we'll start at 6 o'clock. Everyone join, and also invite your friends to join at 6 o'clock so that we can conclude early, because we know we all are at homes, and it's dinner time. I appreciate, in spite of dinner time also, you all have been there. So I have shared you can save this message, or even otherwise you can click on registration form. You have all the details there. Tomorrow, at the end of the day, today, whoever is presented, kindly ensure that you are sending your proper details, and the instructions are there in the form. You can go through the instructions and complete all the instructions. And we will keep the certificates ready as per the data received. If the data is consistent and complete, and tomorrow also you can share. And those who are presenting tomorrow, if they are on the spot, they are joining, we will provide you after the event. So ensure that you are sending your data in advance. So thank you once again. Okay, no problem. Those who are not able to attend, you need not worry. You have already the website link, website and e-certificate link in the chat box. And that website is there. You can visit anytime. So your certificates will be there. You can download anytime from the website. No issue. Yes. Now I will be sharing the feedback form. That will be also same as registration form in the Zoom platform. So you can fill the feedback form. So the feedback form is shared in the form of polls, like you have filled the registration form. So this will ensure that you are attending it. Google form is accessible from anywhere, but this form in Zoom platform is only accessible in Zoom. Once meeting is closed, once session is closed, you cannot access it. So we request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form before leaving the platform. And thank you once again, each and everyone, for being part of this International Women Celebrations. And once again, I remind you, this opportunity is not over. Tomorrow also we have opportunity. You can also participate tomorrow. And those who could not present or participate today can also come. Share this message with all your friends and encourage more women. When we are talking about women, when we are talking about utilizing opportunities, share this opportunity and encourage more women. Tomorrow we should see more participants and presenters than today, because now everyone, whoever has joined, let's take this opportunity to more people and make more people part of this. So thank you once again. We request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form before you leave the platform. So see you all tomorrow. Take care. Good night. The joining link will be the same for all the events, for all the days. So no need to worry. You can save the link. Every day, 6 to 8, we have sessions. Some days it will be ending early. Some days it will be extending, depending on the number of commemorations and number of sessions. Generally, we'll be starting by 6:30. In case of any emergencies, rarely it happens. So session may not be there. But that's why we have a YouTube channel where you get all the updates. Even today's session is also being recorded and streamed live. So we have already shared the link. I will once again share the link also. You can share with your friends, those who have presented. This will be also you can share with your friends so that they can also learn about today's sessions and participate tomorrow as well. It's not mandatory to attend for 2 days, but if we encourage, it will be good, especially women, because this is a day dedicated for you exclusively. Participate in large number, present in large number, 2 days, and make it successful. See, you should all be all, not just men or not just women. Whenever there is such events organized, we should support events so that more people come forward and organize. And that too, when organizations, people who don't expect anything, who are just doing as a contribution to society, it is very much important that we support them, because there you get true transparency, accountability, and true opportunities there. You need not be a known person, but you, irrespective of one's gender, religion, caste, creed, nationality, you have opportunities year round, and not even any constraint or burden of paying registration fees or having recommendations, references. This is open platform, but we all need to follow certain rules and regulations, guidelines to make platform to keep quality and also quantity, maintain quality and quantity, and always improve the standards of this platform. So today is an exception, today and tomorrow, but otherwise on other days, if you are presenting, kindly go through the presentation guidelines and make your presentations. We have daily, as I said, every day we have sessions going on, and we have an upcoming conference, social work conference from 15th to 23rd, right? So we request everyone to be part of that are purely scientific and technical sessions. Participants, anyone can join, but if you want to make presentations, so you have to prepare well, and that's not very difficult, but make a proper plan and make your presentations. Anyone from any field can. It's a multidisciplinary conference for almost 1 week, so anyone can register and present. So see you all tomorrow. Take care. Good night.